Hi guys, it's Amanda. Thank you and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm bringing you a cake demonstration that's I'm doing for my hubby for his diabetes. So it's also Slimming World friendly. Now I've doubled up the recipe because the one that I've seen online is quite a small one. I'm wanting it to last all week for hubby's pack up, so I'll cut it into, it's like a loaf kind of cake, and I'll cut it into slices, and then I can take a little piece each day. But so I've doubled up the recipe, and it's made from, bear with me, hi, sorry, yeah, dog's barking as per usual. I've lost my glasses now, 1 second. Crikey, I'm back. I hope you watch. The phone will ring now, or somebody will come to the door, and then I'll have to pause again. But anyhow, yes. So for those of you that have already subscribed, hi and welcome back, and thanks for staying. And for those of you that haven't subscribed, please join me if you think it's something that you're going to enjoy. My channel's about doing shopping hauls, crafting, recipes, reviews, beauty product and hair product reviews, pet product reviews, cleaning product reviews, and sewing tutorials, and well, everything in between, cleaning, storage, that type of thing. So please stay tuned and subscribe if you haven't already, if you think you may be interested. But for now, let's get on with the video. So for this you need 50 grams of semolina and 50 grams of coconut flour. This is suitable for diabetics and it's a Slimming World recipe. Not direct from Slimming World, it's from someone that has designed this, and he's on Facebook. I'll put his link in below. So yeah, he's designed this, but as I say, I have doubled it up. So 50 grams semolina, I've got them all over here, let me show you. We've got 50 grams of semolina. Whoop. I've got 50 grams of coconut flour. I might have said corn flour last time, but it's coconut flour. I've got 4 eggs, 4 free-range eggs, and I have got 8 tablespoons of granulated sweetener and some vanilla extract. Now I use silver, at the minute I'm using the silver spoon granulated sweetener. I'm not sure on the make of the semolina because I decanted it into a storage box when I first got it. But the coconut flour is an organic coconut flour, and it's from the Groovy Food Company. So I will move all these and then show you what we do is put them all into a mixing bowl and whisk it all together. So it's a pretty straightforward recipe. We put it into a loaf tin, which I'll show you in a second, because I don't want to have the whisk on while you're on there, it's too loud. And then it goes in the oven for 30 minutes at 180. So just bear with me a second and I'll put everything in the bowl and whisk it up, and I'll show you what it looks like. Okay. Hi, I'm back. Okay, so this is what the mix looks like. It's quite a thick, like a batter mix, but I think that's because of the coconut. It is moving a little bit, so we're all right. Now, it said when I'd half the rest, on the original recipe, it says place it in a 6x4 loaf tin. Well, that is really small. Anyway, this one is not much bigger. I think it's about 7. These are one of the disposable trays from Poundland that I got the other day. I think this is about 7x5-ish. But what I'm going to do is line it with a loaf tin liner, and I'm going to pop the mixture. I've put it on a baking tin as well so that it gives it some support when you're lifting it in and out of the oven. So I'm going to pop the mixture in and we spread it about a little bit. Now it did say 30 minutes in the oven, but because this is double and the cake tin or whatever's a different size, it might need a little bit longer. So what we'll need to do is just test it to make sure it's cooked in the middle, before I take it out of the oven. So it's all in there. I'll just flatten it down a little bit, and then when it comes out of the oven, I'll bend down so I can see it. When it comes out of the oven, I can just lift, when it's cooled, I can just lift out the paper liner, and then the cake can be sliced and it can stay in the liner, and then I can just wrap it in foil. So, and then I can reuse my foil tin for if it works okay in that size tin, and then I can use it another time for the same recipe. Okay, so that's nice and flat, as you can see in there. It fills the tin, so it should be a decent size. So fingers crossed that will be adequate. And then I might do a drizzle of lemon or something on top of it when it's cooked. We'll see what it's like and see if it's nice and moist. It's got vanilla in there and it's got the coconut in there, so it should be alright. It'll be like coconut cake. So I'll put this in the oven now, and then when it comes out I will show you it. I'm going to get our dinner ready for tonight now, so I'll show you how I'm going to do that. It's using leftovers, some leftover chilli and some leftover wraps, and it's called chili fajita pockets, and you don't just roll them up. I'll show you how we do it in a second. So I'll just pop this in the oven and I'll get everything out that I need, and I'll come back to you. Hi, I'm back. Right, I'm going to, while the cake's in the oven baking, I'm going to show you how I do the spicy chili fajita pockets, which we're going to have for our dinner. So if I can get everything ready on the morning beforehand or the night before for dinner that on this particular day, that's what I do. We're going to serve these with salad, and I've got some little fries that I got from Poundland. I may serve it with fries, and so, yeah, fries and salad, I think. So what I will do is I'll show you what we've done. Now I'm using leftover chili. So I've got my chili out of the freezer yesterday to defrost. Now whenever you freeze anything, set this out here, you always will get some residual water. So what I do is tip it into a bowl and get rid of the, you can wash that out if you want to, and reuse it, but I don't tend to. I tend to bin them and then use a clean one, a new one should I say. Give your chilli or whatever it is that you're using in these a stir. You could do it with curry, you could do it with chilli, you can do it with bolognese. Now in my chilli, my chilli is not a bog standard chilli. I have got in here leftover potatoes. This is what I was saying about I hate food waste. I have got leftover potatoes, I have sweet corn in there, I've got peas in there, I've got leftover peppers in there, the mince, onions, garlic and mushrooms, and tomatoes. So I put anything in my chilli. I don't like red kidney beans, so that I don't use red kidney beans ever, and hubby don't like them, so that's a good thing really, because we don't use them. Yeah, so give it a stir, make sure all that excess water that comes out of it, because it's not harmful, it's just water that comes out of your food during freezing, which then absorbs it back in once you've defrosted it if you give it a stir. The last thing you want with these fajita pockets really is for it to be wet. So if you are doing this with curry or something that's quite liquidy, I'd use a slotted spoon to take out, just bear with me a minute. Don't know what happened then, something spooked the dog, for a change. Anyhow, yeah, so I would use a slotted spoon and put the filling into your fajita wrap thing. Now normally on these wraps I would roll them like this if I was doing chicken fajitas or something. But with this recipe, what you do is, you take a wrap out, okay, and put what you want in is a bit in the middle. I mean, we don't want scrimping portions, but we don't want to overfill it either. So, pop a bit in the middle. I think that'll do a bit more than My aim is to do 4 of these. Okay, and then the easy way is fold it over, put your fingers on your hand on top, tuck the ends like so, fold it over like you would do with if you were doing burritos. Do a quarter turn, put your hand on top, fold it over, quarter turn, put your hand on top, fold it over, quarter turn, hand on top, fold it over. So you end up with something like that shape. Keep hold of the seal, by the way, because we don't actually seal this with egg water or anything. And then place the fold side down in a frying pan. You don't need any oil in it unless it's I've got one of the ceramic pans here which is non-stick, but the fajitas have got a little bit of oil in them anyway, the wraps, so you shouldn't need any oil in it. Right, I'll show you again. So we do in the middle, a little bit. Try to keep it in the middle so it's not all over. A bit more in that one. Oop, like so. So, I have washed my hands, by the way, and the board's being wiped. So we fold it over to start with, and then we do a quarter turn. Fold it over, quarter turn. Fold it over, quarter turn. Fold it over, quarter turn. Tuck it in. Again, it looks a bit like an envelope. So that's 2 in there. Next one. If you ram these too full and trying to make it like this, it will split your wrap. So, put that into the middle of that one. And that. A bit more. Oh, I think I'm just going up to do 4. Put that into there. Just gently tap it down a little bit. Okay. Fold it over, get the side, fold it over, quarter turn, fold it over, fold it over, quarter turn, fold it over, tuck it in. So that's 3. You have to wiggle these a bit to get 4 in the pan, but they will go in. Right, so you can do this with the mini ones as well. So they now do mini tortillas. And they do beetroot mini. I can't remember which make it is now. But they've brought out a beetroot mini one, which is perfect for kids for this. So if you did like something like this, providing it's not too hot, obviously, spicy, you could do grown-up ones, the big ones, and then to get the kids eating the veg, which is in the chilli and in the wrap that's the beetroot, then you could use the mini beetroot ones that they've just brought out. I think that will be a good thing for kids. You're getting them eating the veg and they don't really know it. So, right, let's bang that into there. That's a bit of a bigger potato. Squish that down a bit. Right, so just about when I get that in there. So there we go. Now, what's better than making a meal like that without having to spend any more money? I mean, you've bought the mince, you've bought the veg, you've done the sauce, you've made the meal. There's nothing better than using up and doing a meal from leftovers. And this is, I say, quick meal. Took it out of the freezer last night. I've just done this. You've seen how long it's taken me to do it. You could just have that if you wanted to. I'll have one of these. Hubby will have 2. I'll have it with salad and the fries, and then he can have one for his. I will cook the other one, let it go cold, and then he can take it as his pack up as well tomorrow. So there we go. So it's good use of leftover food. Hate food waste. It's wasting money as well. It's not just the food. It's wasting money as well. And the good thing is, if you cook from scratch, you know exactly what's in here. You know exactly what your kids are getting in there. There's no additives, there's no chemicals, it's just pure goodness that's in this bowl, and that's at the end of the day, that's what children need, isn't it? Goodness. And food made by mum, nothing better than food made by mum. Yeah, I'm sure that you'll remember years ago, if you think back to when you were a kid, I can remember my nana's gravy, or I remember my nana's meat pie, or I remember my nana's this or that or the other, or my mum's chicken pie, or whatever it is. I'm sure you've got a memory of a recipe that, or a meal that your mum or your grandma made that you really liked. Well, things like that stick in children's minds, and I think they think if mum's made it, it's even better. It tastes better if mum's made it, and it's better for them. They're not going to end up with loads of, say, additives and chemicals inside the body, and you're not wasting any money and you're not wasting any food. So out of one pack of mince, you've had your meal on one night, and then you're having your meal on your second night the following week. So I did that last week, and as I say, put it in the freezer and took it out last night for tonight. So that's using your freezer correctly and using your menu planning skills, which I am going to do a video on separately. I have done one, a quickie one, but I will do a more in-depth one. Then it's so simple to just think, I've got that in the freezer, take that out, we'll have that one night next week, we'll have this one night next week. I could go in my freezer and I could use everything in there that'll probably feed us both for, I don't know, a fortnight, where I'd only need to maybe get a few bits of salad, or I wouldn't even need any bread because I've got loads of bread in the freezer. I do freeze the wraps, so like this, if we're not going to have wraps any time now before next week, what I'll do, I'll put these in, seal it over with sellotape, squish it down like so, seal it with sellotape, pop it in the freezer. You can freeze near enough everything. Even cheese and butter and milk can be frozen, as well as bread. All bread can be frozen as well. So there's no reason that you should be throwing food away that you could use for something else or use for another day. Even if you don't want it the day after, you can have it a week later. The only thing that doesn't freeze really is lettuce. I mean, it's like tomatoes. Tomatoes that are going a bit... I have a bag in the freezer, and it's got all mixed tomatoes in there, little tiny cherry ones, orange ones, red ones, whatever colour they come in now, yellows, all mixed. And I've got the cherry ones and I've got the big ones, I've got the salad tomatoes, and anything that's going a bit crinkly or that I think, oh, I need some fresh ones, I put them in this bag in the freezer, and I keep topping it up each week. They're a bit wizened, put that in the freezer, and then what I do then is when I do something like a chilli or a bolognese, I use the tomatoes in the sauce. So don't matter what they look like when they come out of the freezer, they go in a sauce which goes mushy anyway, so it goes into the sauce, and it just saves you money. You know, there's nothing wrong with that or hard about that really when you know how to do it. So I will wait and see if our cake comes out okay. What we do with these now, I'm going to pop that in the fridge, so they're all in there in a line, and then you just fry them gently for probably, I don't know, you'd want maybe 10 minutes, 5 minutes on one side, turn it over with because then that will seal your bottom of it. Turn it over with like a spatula, and then 5 minutes on the other side, turn it back 5 minutes, till it's got as golden as you want it and that you know it's hot inside. And that's it, done. You don't need a sauce on top of it or anything. When you cut into that, a beautiful handmade chilli will come out of it. It'll be gorgeous that tonight with our tea. So that's that. You could do it with rice, but I think with rice it'd need a bit more sauce, to be fair. But you could do it with anything that you fancy. Pasta, you could do a pasta mayo with it, or whatever you wanted, whatever you want to do. Eat them as they are, or put them with some salad or veg, leftover veg, roasted in the oven, whichever you want to do. Okay, I'll pop those in the fridge till we need them, and then I will see what our cake's doing like. So I'll see you in a minute. Hi, I'm back, and I've taken the cake out of the oven. It's still hot, so just bear with me a minute. I'll pick it up. She looks rather tasty. Ignore that, that's on the paper. She looks rather tasty. I've checked it with a cake skewer as well, so it looks okay. Smells nice. Looks okay. And smells nice. I won't be trying it because I'm not a big... I like cake, but I'm not a coconutty kind of cake kind of person. I don't mind coconut buns, that's an idea. I might make some no, not buns, tarts. Coconut tarts. I might make some of those. So thank you for joining me. I hope you found the baking and the leftover bit. Can't think today what my words are saying. Useful. I am going to do some more like videos on leftovers and making alternate meals from what's left. And I'm going to do some a money saving video. I'm going to do some more product reviews. I've got all sorts planned for this year, so stay tuned if this is the kind of thing that you like. I'm moving about a bit because I've got cramp. I'm trying to get rid of the cramp. It's crazy. This house is crazy. The dogs keep barking. Apparently I've had a delivery that I've been waiting for my soda stream, a new CO2 canister. Well, I don't know where they've been, but they haven't been here because the doorbell's definitely not gone. I've checked with my neighbour, it's not been delivered there. I've checked in the box to see if there's a card to say where they've delivered it. They haven't delivered it, they haven't left a card, but they're saying that they've delivered it and it needed a signature. So where's it gone? Who signed for it? I certainly haven't. And the dog hasn't. He's good, but he's not that good. So yeah, so stay tuned folks. I hope you're keeping alright. I hope you're keeping your chins up. We need to try and support each other and, I don't know, look after each other, just be kind to each other, have a bit of patience. My husband has no patience at all, so this what's happening with lockdown and that must be really frustrating for him because he has no patience whatsoever about anything or with anybody. He's got a really short fuse, so I don't know, it must be hard for him to be dealing with all this. I know when we were having to queue outside the supermarket, he used to go bonkers. He used to go bonkers, yeah. Didn't like having to queue all that time, but he did it, bless him. He did it, so I'm proud of him. But yeah, so I'm rambling as I do. I hope that you're not snowed in. If you are snowed in, have a go at some baking, have a go at meal planning for next week. Do something, just keep your chin up, and I will see you very, very soon. Take care, my loves, and give me a thumbs up if you like the video. Okay, see you soon. Bye bye.